So, ladies and gentlemen, the motion is the first motion. This house would ban social media for students. So, for the team, I will start from the positive team to introduce your team. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity you have been given to us. Let us to introduce our team. We are from Senior High School 2 Kepamananu as the affirmative team. I'm Claudia Nula as the first speaker. And I am Anastasia Bora as second speaker.
And I'm Cecilia Manik as a third speaker.
Thank you. Now is the chance for SMA and Dua Kepamananu to introduce your team. Oh, sorry. For SMA Fides Quares Intellectum to introduce your team.
Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to take a part in this debate competition. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Intan Wijayanti as the first speaker.
I, Crystal Spray, as the second speaker.
And I, Fiananda Rato, as the third speaker. Thank you.
Thank you for both of this team. Now we will start our debate. So now it's time for the first speaker from the positive team to deliver your argument. So for the first speaker, time is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are debating the motion about social media should be banned for students. We are the affirmative team strongly support this motion. First of all, I would like to point out our argument. We have 3 points. Those are the definition of social media, the negative impact of social media, and the various kind of violence through social media. Our first point is the definition of social media. According to Indonesian Wikipedia, social media is a digital platform that facilitates users to communicate with each other or share content in the form of writing, videos, photos, and is a digital platform that provides communities to provide facilities to carry out social activities for each user. Social media also means to socialize with each user, and it is done online, which allow humans to interact with each other without by limited being space and time. Our second point is the negative impact of social media. Launching the website of Directorate of Kemendikbud Research and Technology, the following are the negative impact of social media is used excessively. First, physical health problem. Staring at a smartphone screen for too long, especially for a long period of time, can interfere with health such as myopia, dry eyes, nausea, and dizziness. Second, cause mental disorders. Now, someone often uses social media to expose their personal life in order to create a certain image in the eyes of others. Without realizing it, you will compare yourself with others, feel jealous, so that you are restless, anxious, easily emotional, and even frustrated. Third, exposed to negative content. Social media, which is a platform for sharing content from user, has the potential to create negative content with element of Sarah. Fourth, export to hoax. Due to the large amount of information that is spread on social media, it sometimes makes it difficult for people to distinguish between valid information or just fake news. Fifth, disrupt relationship. Using social media continuously make your focus more on the virtual world than the real world. Discuss relationship in the real world to be tense. Our third point is various kind of violence through social media. First, pornography is any content that contains obscenity and sexual exploitation that violates social norms. Second, cyberbullying is bullying that occurs in cyberspace, even though it is only done through a computer connected to the internet or a mobile phone. The impact incorrectly of cyberbullying is no less terrible than bullying in the real world. That's all, and thank you.
You still have time? Okay, time is over. Now it's time for the first speaker from the negative team to deliver your argument. So for the first speaker, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from affirmative team will ban social media for students because they think it is bad for students. Social media decreases students' learning time, social media wasting time, decreases achievement of students, and other reasons they think. But, ladies and gentlemen, this affirmative team wants to close a hole just because school is failing exam. This affirmative team wants to ban a milk for children just because a kid is allergy. It's a good analogy, ladies and gentlemen. What we do make here is our affirmative team is not smart acknowledging the problem. Second, our affirmative team wants to stop something creating a better life onto something needed. Even they do not know how we can do it. Which we, as the opposition team here, think that it is impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, they also think the ways of don't even think the long-term effect of banning social media for students. Ladies and gentlemen, we are civilized fellow students, and of course we have learned what we sold and what we sold them. Because we understand we stole them just because social media surprised our dignity as students. The ugliness and the law of social media is the user's own choice, ladies and gentlemen. For example, first, some points already have negative context warning, like social media already has a blurry content filter in the sensitive content. So, social media manager who's indirectly given choice to the user. I don't think this is a social media fault. I think this is a user fault who can control their creation. For the second, social media account registering is also given an age limit, right? Yes. So, this is if we, as a user, still check birthday, just a register, well, the answer goes back to the first point, ladies and gentlemen. This is the user's own fault who can control this correctly. The third, if we're talking about the use of social media in underage students, okay, we agree with your statement. But this is the truth. There should be done to avoid this impact. If we needed the super mental, how everyone can surprise you as a person that 24/7 times just for child? They also say that would parents to survive the social media. Don't you think what must be parents give? Don't parents have other activities? After all, the average teenagers just like being watching the parents psychologically. So this is why the affirmative student is supported by the person and we just not delete but just leave it.
Thank you. Your time is over.
So we don't believe that our
Okay,
motion.
thank you. Your time is over. So now we move to the second speaker from the positive team. You have 3 minutes to deliver your argument. For the second speaker, time is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, I disagree with your opinion because social media has become an important factor for human interaction. And more, with the emergence of smartphones that provide freedom of social media and provide low-cost social media service. This clearly resulted in adolescents, especially the students, forget about the boundaries of the association they should know. Social media is gradually bringing us to a culture pattern, something new, and begin to define our mindset. Social media can make a person dependent on social media. Because of the speed of social media also starting to appear, replace the role of conventional mass media in spreading the news. Seeing things today, the National Passport collates with Yahoo doing research on internet use among adolescents. The results show among adolescent students aged 15 until 19 years dominate internet use in Indonesia as much 14%. According Mingle and Adams, further assert the social media is charging sitting education and student behavior. The platform exposes students to post content and unethical view. Mingle and Adams said too, also suggests that negative use of social media leads to poor handwriting and spelling, traditional of submitting classes and assessment, edition, little study time and others. This negative effect can be visual in change in social lifestyle or lifestyle system culture. For the community, especially the teenagers, social media has...
POI,
Okay, please.
based on your presentation that I found, you say that social media must be banned for students because it is bad. But we all know that we as the student are a social being, and on this pandemic era, we cannot interact with social environment. What would be happen? can students interact with the environment if the social media was banned? I say, if the social media was banned in this pandemic era, how could the students interact with the environment?
Thank you. Time is over. Now it is a chance for the second speaker from the opposite team to deliver your argument. For the second speaker, time is yours.
Okay, thanks for the time that given. Based from the affirmative team presentation, I found that they say social media must ban it for students because it does have bad effects. They didn't know what the social media function in this pandemic era. We know that students are social beings, and in this pandemic era, students need interact with their social environment. But if the social media was banned, how could they can interact with the environment? So that's why we need social media to interact with the environment, so we can talking with another people. Because if there is no social media in this pandemic era, we will do nothing and we cannot communicate with another people in this world, because we cannot go to anywhere in this COVID. We cannot go to from home for interaction with them. So that's why we are need social media to talk with them. So that's why, and now I stand to motion that schools should allow social media for students. I have the three main important things of social media that make its very benefits on this pandemic era. The first, in this pandemic era, social media can have a good benefits for students, so they can with the social media they can interact with the another students and the teacher. They cannot go to school for doing an students study activity. Because of that, by social media they can study from that, and they can get knowledge from the teacher only from social media, and they didn't need to go to school for study. And the next, just same, but it's more specific. The social media can be a learning platform, so they can take it.
Okay, in your argument above, you said that you disagree with this motion about social media should be banned for students. But in reality, social media bring many negative impact in real life. For example, many students imitate the bad things.
I know that social media give many bad impacts to students, but we cannot see something only from the bad effects, but we can see that just from the positive impact too. On this pandemic era, social media have a big benefit. By social media, we can get many knowledge without going to school. So that's why if the social media is banned,
You talking about COVID-19, but in general, I said in general that negative impact of COVID-19, the negative impact of social media. Sorry. For example,
Yes, we know that,
student can imitate the bad things from social media. For example, pornography.
but on this pandemic era, we cannot go to anywhere. But social media, we
Yes,
can
I
learn.
know.
How could you learning without social media in this
But our
pandemic era?
motion is just on social media, not only COVID-19. It is
But we are
in general. It is
in
in
on the
general.
pandemic
It is
era,
in
so we
general.
must talk about
Okay,
it
you
too.
know Pabi?
Yes. What?
You know Pabi?
What? Say again.
Okay, I will compile to you. Pabbing is an social character that makes someone to more focus in their talent, especially to use social media, and after that make them to ignore with interact
We
with
as the next
parents,
generation, we cannot
friends.
see something from the bad.
Yes, Pabbing is one of the negative things from social media.
We must didn't ignore the using social media. We must use it for a good purpose.
But in
Usually,
sorry,
social media is made for a good purpose, but it's all up to yourself. Dependent on yourself how you use it.
But in reality, Pabbing is one of the negative things from social
Can you
media.
prove that social media is very bad? Can you show on that?
Yes, for example, many students imitate the bad things from social media, for example, pornography, violence, and pubbing. Pubbing makes someone to
Yes,
more
social
focus
media
on their
can
social
show that
media.
thing, but you cannot see
I
that
know that.
from a negative thing. We can see that, so we can see that by positive side. we can see the violence, negative impact of social media. So
Yes.
we can make the difference between the social,
Yes, I know. Social media
between
has benefits,
positive
but-
impact and negative impact. Because
but
these
it
are
is-
things we must follow the positive impact as the
but
generation.
the benefit from social media is just to general, but it is especially from student. Social media
And
bring many
students,
negative impact.
even the social media, we say that bring many negative impact.
Yes.
But social media can help us to interact with another students, even the teacher, without go to their home to talk with them. We can just from our home to chat with them, say that we are need something, some test. If you
Yes, but after
an
that,
example, if you're in school, when you get back to home, you forget the test given by the teacher. By
after that,
by social
they
media,
make the student
you can
to
ask
individualistic.
it to your you can ask it to your friends, so they can tell you and you cannot work it. If there is no social media and you forget the test given by the teacher, you cannot do that. So stand believe that
Thank
social
you.
media
Time is
good.
over. Okay, thank you so much. Now it's time for the third speaker from the positive team to make a conclusion. So for the third speaker, time is yours.
Okay, thanks for the time. We as an affirmative team strongly disagree with your motion. So this is our conclusion. Based on argument have been put forward before, we draw the conclusion that social media provides a lot of problems for students such as physical and mental health, hoax news, individuals and pornography. Therefore, social media should be banned for students in order to overcome problems that can damage future generation. So we as an affirmative team strongly believe in motion that social media should be banned for students. That's all, and thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now it's time for the third speaker from the opposite team to conclude your argument. For the third speaker, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we are civilized fellow students. We also, of course, have learned what we should and what we shouldn't. Because we understand we shouldn't just because social media suffocates our dignity as students. The negligence and loss in social media is the user's own choice. For example, some posts already have negative content warnings. Start using social media for education. Are you ready to try the above social platforms or social media for education settings? There are many different uses for social media in the classroom and in education marketing, and it's time to embrace them. Nowadays, in the world of connecting learning, the impact of social media on education is becoming a driving factor. Social media and education can complement one another if used effectively. Social media is continually developing new education possibilities for students. So, we stand believe from our motion that this House would ban social media for students. Once again, we stand believe from our motion this House would ban social media for students. Ladies and gentlemen, social media has become a vital part of students' social life. Social media is now regarded as a learning platform that enhances students' engagements and capabilities in many schools. These platforms offer school children the opportunity to connect, get in touch,
Okay,
access
thank you. Time
information
is
and
over.
research.
Yeah, thank you for SMA Fides Quotas Intellectum and SMA N2 Kemenanu. So, where are the supporters of SMA N2 Kemenanu? And where are the supporters of SMA Fides Quotas Intellectum? Okay, thank you so much. Now you can back to your seat.